Look, this is for contractors. You could be a roofing contractor, solar contractor, siding. You could do kitchen and baths. You could be a remodeler, a general contractor. This is for anybody that's looking to get in America's gold rush, which is home service contracting. Anthony, how long have you been a contractor?
Ooh, I've been a contractor 11 years.
He's not what we would call, your average contractor type. He's like the white collar, blue collar. He grew up playing golf. You didn't grow up hammering nails.
No, I did not. Actually, I did not grow up hammering nails.
Neither did I.
My father was a roofer. None of that.
Look, my father was a roofer, but he started off as a car salesman, and he taught me the beauty of sales. Sales cures all woes, and if you're watching this training, you're going to learn how to sell more projects. You're going to learn how to get more leads, get recruits, but I'm going to show you how to use something that we call modern sales systems. And so if you're not creating videos, if you're boring, oh man, I feel bad for you, son, because if you're boring, you could go out of business. You see a lot of boring people going out of business here recently?
I've seen several people go out of business, and normally it's from them, not keeping up with the new times.
And that brings me to our point. We're going to make sure that we can future-proof your contracting business, that we can help you implement these things that make you interesting, and I'm going to show you how to turn attention into profit, okay? This is me actually getting punched in the face, and maybe you responded to this. I mean, it's just characteristic of a guy like myself. But it just made me feel like a lowly roofing peddler. And if you've ever been beat down in the neighborhood, I feel your pain, dog. And so after I did this, I got punched in the face. I got really serious about creating leads without knocking doors. Now, I still knock doors.
Just not ones with gates on them?
Yeah, yeah, I'm a little bit more selective.
Weird.
So now we create video content, and that's what you're going to learn. Is you're going to learn how to create video content to generate leads. And so, this is the system that starts with priming your audience. You become more of a farmer, someone who gets in front of them first, gets their attention, and you can't be boring. You have to be engaging, entertaining. You have to play on the problem and exaggerate those things. And, what we've done now with video is we've been able to retarget the people who consume our content and offer them things, whether it's about company culture, infographics describing, percentages of people affected, or, early adopter discounts. Then we move into like giving special offers and lead generation, where we give roof upgrade ads, where we use, our ebook to build some of these customers real value. And then at the end, we have events that we can invite customers to. We use testimonial ads to build, real certainty about the quality and service that we provide in the neighborhood. All this together creates just a ton of unstoppable leads, and all you need is the willingness to read a script on camera. So I'm going to ask you this question. Are you willing to read a script, be coachable, and put yourself on camera? Because if you're not, just stop watching the video right now. There's no reason for this. So here's the deal. If you hold the phone sideways, make sure the sound's not bad. Get a good background. Don't walk around. Just no jerky movement. The first step is to entertain. See, this is the part where boring people go out of business and where you got to figure out how to get their attention. And in this ad, I say there's a tragedy that is affecting homeowners. And I talk about, the story about a man that was seriously affected and how, minor repairs were really an epidemic, and it could cost him hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's sort of how I grab their attention. You want to break their pattern by asking them a question, by using an interesting quote, by really exaggerating a problem. And that may not be entertainment in your mind, but think about the news. The news uses fear and anxiety to entertain and engage people, and a lot of times to get people to stop and watch your video, that's what you have to do. Don't worry, we've scientifically broke this down and put it into a script. You don't have to worry about the thinking part. The second thing you got to do is you got to educate. And on this script, it's one of the ones that we're going to give you for free if you stick to the end of the webinar. I say, here's 5 tips to avoid lost property value and unexpected home expense. See, that's the biggest concern they have, unexpected home expense. And we talk about 5 different reasons why they need a roof inspection. And so if you can educate in the video, then you can captivate their attention. And whether you make 5 ways that you can give the roof inspection, or 5 ways to improve the quality of your roof without spending more money. We talk about things like the components of the roof. We talk about warranties. We talk about damages. We talk about other roofers. We throw rocks at our enemies, the hack roofers that cut corners, that rip homeowners off. We throw rocks at people like the insurance companies who are greedy, who who don't have the homeowner's best interest in heart. And so we educate people on that process, and that's when they really, get excited about watching it. This is a question I have to you, Anthony, is like, when you're executing and you're calling them to action on the video, from somebody who wasn't creating video content to someone who is, what do you have to say about how we help people execute on video?
I think it's a play-by-play thing. That's what I really like about it is, you have your scripts, you have the people behind you. You have one of the things that I really love about
You
it
got
is
the
that
coach holding up the cards.
Yeah, you got the
got
coach
somebody
holding-
in the headset.
And here's the thing that most people aren't thinking about is that you have 35, 40 people that you're running these ads for, so you don't have to take any arrows in the back. Like, this is a proven method that's worked over,
Over $120 million created for those 40 clients.
I don't know if that was all out advertisement, but I know
Well, between our advertisement for sales recruits,
Gotcha.
or for our advertisement for lead generation,
Gotcha.
we totaled it up over the case studies, $120 million in business.
Wow.
But it's a lot of companies too.
But the whole thing is that, can you do this?
Yes.
Can you figure this out? What's the time it's going to take you? How much money are you losing to figure it out?
Let me explain to you how I've tested this. It's been literally myself. I spend about $40,000 to $50,000 every month on my own roof ads, and then I have clients that spend $40,000 and $50,000 a month. But that's not normal. The normal ad budget's about $3,500 a month for leads. And so,
how many leads does that get you?
Well, generally speaking, anywhere from $50 to $100 a lead. On the high side, $100. So at $3,500, I would say you'd get 35 leads, and they generally close off of Facebook at 40%. And so, in order to get the results like that, then you'd have to put the money out that we put over the last 4 years at that pace. We've estimated close to $2 million spent. And you don't have to make those mistakes. You don't have to spend that money, and you get to basically, use the things that we've tested to work, and that's why you're going to execute. And so the keys to a good pitch, anxiety and fear get people's attention better. And one of the things I'll do is I'll say, hey, Western Hills subdivision, there's an epidemic in the neighborhood, whether there's hidden damage because of windows that are rotten out, or there's a hidden issue with a siding that's got some sort of material recall, or maybe there's hidden damage because of wind and hail on a roof that's covered by the insurance company. That's my special sauce. The truth is that, we are going to make an offer early and often in the video. And if you are watching this and seeing that we can help you with video content, you're interested in the leads, there's an opportunity for you to go ahead and click the button and schedule a call with our team. You'll get on the phone with Anthony. You'll get on the phone and we'll actually go through an assessment. We don't want to just sell you something that you don't need. We want to make sure three things: that that you're a good fit for us. We want to make sure you're open-minded, you're willing, and you're committed. Number two, we want to make sure that we're a good fit for you. I mean, we're not for everybody, and the truth is we're only out there to help people that align with our core values. And number three, we want to make sure that you fit in with our community, because we have a community of roofers that are raising the status of the entire industry, and we want to make sure that you align with our core values. So if you click the link below and fill out that.
I just want to let you know that even though we're going to give you the play-by-play, all these things, the exact scripts, if you think that you're going to get good at being on camera in 3 weeks, you have another thing coming. From now until when storm season is, which is April, you can be practicing these things. If you want to be able to hop up
and
in
we
front
could
of
be
a build,
building also video content that gets impressions from people in the neighborhood, customers and recruits, and we could retarget these people. They'll buy later. So the truth is, you got to figure out how to call them to action and use a sense of urgency. We're always going to geofence the area you want to target. We're going to have that video informational. We're going to tell a story.
What does geofence mean? Tell people what geofence is.
It means when I put a radius around the neighborhood, I put a fence up around the entire
So that means
neighborhood.
you can go to the exact neighborhood.
Exact spot where you want leads, exact place where you're building jobs. The best place to advertise is
when
where
they're
you're
building
already
their
working.
jobs too?
When you're building the jobs.
Okay.
We can actually tell the story of the people that we're helping, because that's the best way word of mouth referral is spread. We're going to combine the use of two different type of Facebook advertisements. One, you can get your video in front of people for about 1 cent per engagement. An engagement is a 5 second, 1 cent. That's what we call underpriced real
Is
estate.
that the Penny Hardaway
Now,
one?
if you try to boost your own Facebook post, that's the wrong way to advertise. You will pay close to 50 cents to $1 per impression, but that's what we call the dummy tax. If you want to play the smart tax, you just, don't have to take those arrows on the back. I've already done that before. I already boosted my way and lost $20,000.
Yeah.
We use a combination of the engagement and lead generation campaigns. And, one of our go-to cold traffic videos when we're advertising to strangers is the hidden damage video. And so Wabo Roofing, they have been able to implement this, and they're consistently generating anywhere from 70 to 95 leads a month. And their company, it came to us. They were doing about $3 million in sales. Now they've grown to about $6 million in sales. They're constantly creating recruits. They're out of Houston, Texas. And, what they do really well is they intro and mention the epidemic of hidden damage in the neighborhood. They talk about 5 common mistakes that homeowners make. And they make the offer early, and they say, hey, look, if this video is helping you at all, I'm in the neighborhood right now, and I can offer you a free inspection. And for the next 5 customers, we're going to give you a $25 Amazon gift card just for the opportunity to inspect your roof. Click the link below. So that's an example of an offer, and if you don't make them, you will not get leads. You can make the awesome, best video in the world, but if you do not tell people what to do, you will not get leads.
Call to action.
One of the things that we do is we get close roof footage. And what I mean by this is imagine buying a carpet cleaner on TV and you're seeing one side, there's a big stain. We get the carpet cleaner out, we spray it, then we scrub it, and the stain disappears. So what we want to do is we want to show the damage to the roof. We want to chalk it, explain it, and we want to basically, show what happens when, it's covered by the insurance company and we put that new roof on. And, that's really where we pull people in, because we don't want them to experience hidden roof expense, and that's going to be the major driver and sense of urgency. There's 3 different reasons why in the conclusion that they should definitely opt in. A, lost property value. You can help them avoid that. You can increase their curb appeal and help them avoid future roof expense. So the build video. Now the build video is where you actually can accelerate word-of-mouth referral 10x. And this is actually the most effective build video that we've made in Skydiamond. And it's because, he clearly walked them through each component of the roof. The shingles, the synthetic felt, the ice and water shield. He explained how they all tied together. He explained the details of the roof. And in an area where you're working, he's becoming Bob the Builder, Bob Villa. Just like people are interested in watching Fix or Flop on TV, they're interested when they see roofs going on the components of the roofs. And what we're dealing with many times is roofs getting put on all over the place. Walk them into a storm environment where there's all the roofs getting replaced. What's happening? People are calling them, they're getting mail.
They're just getting hit from every angle,
But no one's giving them any information.
Yeah, no one's giving you any information. It's just buy. You should buy from me. Here,
buy this.
Here, can I get up on your roof? So it takes an approach to educating the homeowner to be able to show them the difference in between, synthetic felt and regular felt paper, and not just that. So, some people sell array of different products, and some people sell a roofing system. So I think that's one of the things that he might have been.
And he gets a good price per square because he knows how to build value with roofing systems. And when you can do it on video, you add that to your weapon of lead generation, and it makes you a stronger company. And so,
for sure,
one of the things that you want to talk about is 5 reasons why you deliver a better quality roof. And, my goal is to demonstrate that we can help you out, for you to see these ideas and say, this can work for me, and I know this will work, just like it's worked for all these other people, and really, if you've ever talked about a roofing system or selling your product to a customer and explained it and sat down at the kitchen table, this is exactly what you're doing. You're just doing it in front of your iPhone, or you're doing it in front of the camera. And it's really simple. You start in the front, you break down the qualities of the different components, you walk around the home, and when you're done, you've built certainty. A lot of times this is where we throw in drone video. We demonstrate ice and water shield and synthetic felt. One of the key things you do is you make sure that roofers are OSHA compliant, and you show attention to detail on how you address the flashings. And so this is Trevor Baker, and he tried Facebook advertising on his own. He made really good videos that looked really good. He's a millennial, so he figured out how to make the videos, but he didn't have the call to action. He didn't know how to be entertaining. He didn't follow the script and educate in the middle. And so what would happen is he would spend money to get lots of views, no leads. After hiring Lee, I hired sales guys and generated leads that doubled sales in 60 days. He went from 1 million to 2.3 million. So I wouldn't be able to take a $5 million company and make them a $10 million company in 60 days. That's kind of excessive. Yeah. But see, he didn't even have a big advertising budget.
I think this is huge, though. I think this is huge right here because, most people try to do something on Facebook and it doesn't work. that does not mean Facebook doesn't work.
I mean, this happens all the time. People
Yeah.
tell me, contractors say Facebook doesn't work.
Yeah, that's, you know,
They use pictures to advertise.
yeah.
See, pictures don't work.
Like, so with the video, the reason why it's so awesome is because you can see how long people watch the video and then you retarget them, right?
Correct. And that's how modern day list building, paying for emails, is getting extinguished by modern technology. So the next one is even more effective. This is Austin getting a testimonial from one of his customers. And there's actually no better way to build that value of certainty than getting your customer. And we'll give you a script.
Yeah, no matter whether it's a testimonial, like, and a direct mail piece, testimonial and a video piece. I've seen testimonials work all.
And we have lots of different ways to generate leads. We can get you telemarketing leads. We can show you how to get direct mail leads. Video is just the most cost effective. It covers the most ground, and it also is the most powerful. So, you know, one of the things that we lead into is a simple intro where you give them context. If you were to try and do a testimonial video on your own, hi, my name is Joan Smith, and they did a great job on my roof, and blah, blah, blah. You think people are going to watch that? Let me tell you, they're not. But if I was to say, hey, what's going on, Western Hills neighbors? My name's Lee Haight. I'm the neighborhood roofing professional, and there's an epidemic of hidden damage here. I want to help you avoid future roof expense and tell you a story. This homeowner was not thinking she needed a roof. She didn't want to have to pay any money out of her pocket. Her roof wasn't leaking. She couldn't see any damage. But I want you to hear from her why we were able to help her, you know, better her property. And then that testimonial has context. And then she says, oh, these guys, they came by.
And you give us the play-by-play. This pitch, what the homeowner should say, everything.
Yeah, and then when you
put them in the layup line.
We put them in the layup line.
Alleyoup.com.
Yeah. So here's the deal. We're going to give you the opportunity to actually come to where we're at right now, which is in Naples, Florida, create a video in-house, and for us to like coach you through the process. And, you know, Anthony kind of gave you a little hint about what it costs. It's very, very affordable, but you can go ahead and click the link below if you have heard enough. This guy right here did this video so well that he was able to generate a $2 million project. And he's out of El Paso, Texas. It's a non-storm environment. His company also grew from $2 million to $10 million in sales.
$2 million? What is that in like?
It was $1 million in profit. So the job cost him less than $1 million to build. And
how much
this
money
gives me goosebumps.
How much money did he spend with you?
$60,000.
60 to make $1 million.
You know, would you spend $60,000 to land a $2 million project? If so, click the link and let's talk.
Below.